everyone, my name is Tolu Ade. Welcome to another edition of Manifest Hub, where we help young adults and young adult leaders build and cultivate an engaging young adult ministry. Thank you for joining me yet again, and today we are going to be talking about something really crucial and important to us as young adults, and that is cultivating meaningful relationships. So you can take these tips, not just, with cultivating meaningful relationships in your church, but also just in your own personal social life. So let's get started. So number one, as I like to give my buzzword, is communicate. Speak up and listen. So when I say communicate, I mean, someone or a friend or somebody that you're getting to know did something that really offends you. Speak up about it and let them know about it. Of course, in a kind way. Don't hold a grudge. We really need to understand this part of communication. It doesn't always have to end in, going your separate ways. You can talk about things as you're learning to get to know each other. So when you're getting to know people, there's always going to be conflicts, right? So the maturity in there is for us to learn to talk about the way we feel about things and be also able to listen and receive those feedback from people. So communicate, speak up, and also listen. Okay? All right. And number two is to overlook shortcomings. So your friend or this person you're getting to know is a little, they do this thing that is really not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but it just kind of irks you or bothers you a little bit. Sometimes you just overlook those things, especially if it's something that's really a part of that person and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just maybe sometimes just kind of bothers you occasionally, right? So don't sweat the small stuff. Overlook shortcomings. Don't always, can you imagine if somebody, a friend or somebody that you know, always comes to you and tells you about little things that apparently you do and you don't even realize that you do, and they're always correcting you about it every little second. It's really annoying, right? So don't sweat the small stuff. Overlook shortcomings, okay? Alrighty. Alright, and then now number three. Accept corrections gracefully. Part of building meaningful relationships is that we are going to have to talk to each other. So we started with communicating, we started with don't sweat the small stuff, and the third one is to accept corrections gratefully. So sometimes we have to talk to each other and say, hey, you know what? I don't like that you did this. Oh, this that you did is not quite right. You need to work on it. You should be open to those type of positive feedback, okay? Sometimes it might hurt because the truth hurts, but it's okay. Listen to it, especially if it's somebody that really loves you and they have your best interest at heart. Listen to it gracefully. Don't, hold a grudge with them or be upset about something they say about it. They're correcting you on, especially if it's something that more than one person have tried to correct you on. It takes you have to take some time to just kind of sit back and reflect on it and make the changes that are required, okay? So accept corrections gracefully. And number four, welcome and be open to differences, especially in opinions, right? So do you ever hear people say stuff like, you know what, we'll have to agree to disagree. That is fine. In any type of relationship, you're going to have differences with the other person. Again, not necessarily something that's really bad in the grand scheme of things. You just feel differently about a certain situation, or you just feel differently about a certain, conversation. It's fine just to be like, you know what, I don't agree with your opinion on this. I still hold true to my opinion, and let's just agree to disagree. We don't have to fight over it. We don't have to drag and shove our opinions down other people's throats. Just be okay with those differences, okay? And then number five is loyalty. Oh my gosh, loyalty is very big to me. If you know my friends, they would tell you that's one of the things that Tolu really holds. That's one of the values that I hold really dear. Loyalty is big in cultivating meaningful friendships. So defend your friend or your significant other behind their back. So if you ever hear people talking smack about somebody that's supposed to be your friend and you're sitting there not saying nothing, your friend needs to get rid of you because you're not good for business. But sometimes maybe your friend or your significant other actually did something that's not quite right. Don't join in that conversation and be like, yeah, you know what, that was messed up that they did that. No, you can, apologize on their behalf and say, you know what, like try to settle that conversation or shut it down. Like don't be sitting there allowing people to badmouth your friend or your significant other. Defend them behind their back, and then you can go meet them in private and be like, yo, what you did was really, really messed up. Like you shouldn't do that again, right? One of the things I want to mention about, the loyalty thing is that when you don't defend your friend like that, in like when people are talking about them, you're not giving a good example to these people talking bad about them, because number one, you're telling them it's okay that they can say whatever they want to say about your significant other, about your friend in front of you, and also you're also communicating to them that you're not a loyal and you're not a trustworthy friend. So they would not even want to be friends with you in the first place, because if they're friends with you, you're not going to defend them. Okay, so loyalty is really, really big. Loyalty is just important when you're cultivating meaningful relationships. So loyalty, defend your friend or significant other. And number 6, finally, is to pray for them. So pray for your friend or your significant other. So if they're doing well, you're also doing well too, right? So if there's anything that they've talked to you about or they're concerned about, pray about it, pray for them about it, right? So you would not want a situation where maybe a friend is stressed out about something, and because of that, they're a little bit more in their feelings. They might take it out on you. Not to say that's okay, but you want to do your best as much as possible to contribute positively to the relationship that you're building with this person. So I hope those tips have been useful to you. Definitely try them out. My favorite one is loyalty, because that's one of my values. I hope to see you in the next edition of Manifest Hub. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click to subscribe below or follow me on Instagram at Manifest Hub. And just a reminder, there are resources for you on www.manifesthub.org. So feel free to check it out, share with your friends, share with other young adults that would find this really meaningful. Until next time, see ya.